Where'd my markers even go? Oh, these colors. They're not. Stop once. Stop twice. Okay. In your table of contents, we are moving on to number 21. So I am going on to the back for my table of contents. Guys, I still hear voices and noises. Murdoch, stop with the pencil. I'm not. Or whoever it is over there. So we're going to go ahead and title it Multiply or Divide. And you're going to put your dot and your next page number. I think I'm on page 21 actually. Before we get started though, I'll wait. Not be talking while a teacher is talking back there, guys. Okay, before we get started, last night I tried like 6 different times to load the video. I don't know what the deal was. I think it was a YouTube problem. So raise your hand if you tried to watch last night's video. Oh, good. Oh, you did, Johanna? Did it ever work?
No.
No. So I'm hoping it's not the computer. I'm hoping it was just YouTube. But I'll try again tonight. So that was frustrating. So I turned it off, turned it back on again, did this, oh, you know how it goes. All right, title your page, Multiply or Divide. So as I said earlier, we are making a handy dandy chart to help us out today. So the first thing I want you to do is turn your page sideways. And what we're going to do is draw 4 sections. So one side of our paper is going to say whole. The other side is going to say decimals. And then we're just going to split it into quadrants like this. This handy dandy chart is brought to you by Mrs. Miller, another awesome 6th grade teacher. Okay. And actually whole number and decimals, those are titles, so we'll do that. Okay, so for the top row, the operation we're going to do is multiply. So you could do multiplication symbol. If you want, you could write multiply. And then for the bottom, we're going to do division or divide. Okay, so we're going to have an example problem to look at. So we're going to start with the whole number multiplication. Let's take the math fact 3 times 5 equals 15. When we multiply, we started with a 3, and our product is 15. Is our product bigger or smaller than our factor, our multiplier? Bigger. So underneath I want you to write bigger. And we're really talking about this product right here, and we're saying it's bigger. And so I'm going to write that down. We're talking about the product. Now, let's take that same problem and we're going to change it to division. Now, for division, I'm going to start with 15 divided by 5 equals 3. Here's our answer, the quotient. Here's our dividend, 15. Is the quotient bigger or smaller? So underneath I want you to write smaller. And we're talking about that quotient, that the quotient is smaller. So when we talk about whole numbers, we understand this really, really well because we've been multiplying and dividing whole numbers for years and years and years, right? But when we come over and we start talking about this with decimals, we kind of get confused. So that is why we have the chart. So when we're talking about decimals, let's take 10 times 5/10. If I do 10 times 5/10, I'm just going to get 5, aren't I? Okay, so here's our multiplier, our factor to 10. Our product is 5. Is the product bigger or smaller than my multiplier? Smaller. So this time, our product is actually smaller. It's the opposite of a whole number. Why is that? Why is it when I do 10 times 5/10, I get a smaller answer? Shouldn't it be bigger? I'm multiplying, I'm getting more of it. Why is that, Emery?
Because with the decimal, would you times it by 10 and only move it 1 space over?
Okay, so we're just moving a decimal point 1 space over. Aiden?
Because every time you divide by 10, you add a 0. And so if you're adding a 0 to a decimal, it just makes that number up, please.
Okay, very good. You said the same thing as Emery, just in a different way. I like that. Jackson?
Because it's not a whole number, so like, you're, I don't know, like, it's not a whole number, so it's not a 0.
A decimal is not a whole number. What is it? A decimal.
It's a fraction.
Thank you, Becca. I owe you cool cash. Every fraction is a
Decimal.
and a
Division problem.
division problem. Every fraction is a
Division problem.
okay, so that's two things. Every fraction is a decimal. Every fraction is a division problem. So when I say 10 times 5/10, I'm really saying 10 times 5 out of 10. I'm really saying 10 times 10 divided by 5, basically. So decimals are like fractions. They're division problems. They're parts of a whole. Very good, you guys. Yeah.
Okay, so since 5/10 is half of 1, if you would do 10 times 1, if you would make the 5/10 of 1, it would equal 10, and since half of 10 is 5, the answer would be 5 if you did half of the 1.
You got it. Good job, you guys. All right. So let's look at division now. So let's say we have a division problem with decimals. Ooh, Miss Miller didn't give me an example. give me, okay, so I think we start, okay, so we, I need an example. Teacher timeout. Okay, I got it. Teacher's back in. Okay, let's say, oh, I just thought of this problem off the top of my head. Let's say we have 6 divided by 4 tenths. All right. If I do 6 divided by 4 tenths, I get 15 whole. So for this one, I'm starting with a whole number 6. I'm ending with a 15. Is the 15 bigger or smaller? Bigger. Okay. So my quotient is bigger. And that's hard to think about when we're doing division because we're so used to dividing and getting smaller numbers. Okay? So how come when I take 6 wholes and divide it by 4 tenths, why do I get 15 wholes? Why is it big? Emily, what do you think?
Because 6 is a number, and when you multiply, you make it each piece get smaller and smaller when you divide. Kind of like a problem here, like cookies, and then you have like a fourth of a friend, and then you get most of the cookies because like half.
Okay, so it's kind of like saying I have 6 cookies. Nope. I have 6 friends, and each one gets 4 tenths of a cookie. How many of those pieces will they get, right? 15. Okay, I think. No. That doesn't make sense. Okay, here we go. Let's look at some examples, guys.
Yeah.
Good plan. All right, so let's say, let's say a wallet-sized photo, so a little photo, measures 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches. So it's 2.5 by 3.5 inches. What is the area of a wallet-sized photo? So if we want to find out the area, are we going to multiply or divide?
Multiply.
So here's what I'm going to say. Are you looking for a bigger answer or a smaller answer? If you're finding the area, is it going to be bigger than the multipliers or smaller? Elizabeth. Smaller. So 3.5 by 2.5. And you think the answer is smaller? Okay. What do you think, Kristen?
I think it'd be bigger. But, like, when you do, area, well, so it'd be 2.5 and 3.5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be bigger.
Maybe bigger?
Oh, wait, yeah, because, you have to do length, times height. Wait.
Well, it would be bigger. Does this only work in one answer? I don't know if we needed a handy dandy chart. Okay. Oh, from last year. Look at this. Okay. Hold on a minute. Okay, guys, take a look up here. So maybe you can help me out here.
Okay.
Guys, that means your voices need to be on. All right. The problem that we're looking at? Okay, we're going to find the area, length times width. We have 2.5 times 3.5, right? Well, I'm telling you, because maybe you can help me out. When you multiply those, you're going to get a bigger answer, your product. So, what does that have to do? Why doesn't that work with our chart? Why doesn't it work with the chart? Not blurred out. Why doesn't it work? Emery, what do you think?
Because the numbers.
Because here we had whole numbers, didn't we? Kayla, is that what you were thinking?
Yeah.
Okay. So my question for Miss Miller is going to be, what happens if we have a decimal times a decimal? Because the very first problem in the book is a decimal times a decimal. And we know that answer is going to be bigger because we do know how to multiply. So, yeah, let's all go ahead and open up to page 94. And we're going to take a look at problem number 5. Okay, we're not going into rotations for 30 seconds. That would be dumb.
That would be dumb.
94. Okay, keep your chart out because we'll see maybe when that comes in handy. Because I sure missed that one. Might be one of those things when you actually understand what you're doing and somebody overexplains it to you. Okay, I'm waiting until we're quiet. Jackson Kennedy, read number 5. Okay, we know, so over here for show your work, we know length times width is area, right? So to show my work, I'm going to fill in 3.5 times 2.5. Take a second and do your decimal multiplication. I really like it how I see some kids who are looking back at their notes on multiplication. Remember, it's really important to place your decimal correctly. Alright, so raise your hand when you have an answer. Who's got an answer for me? Kyle.
8 and 3,500.
So, when placing your decimal points, we have 1, 2 decimal places. So 1, 2. So over here, I have 2 things to answer. One is we figured out it's 8 and 75 inches. That's our area. Square inches, right? Our second one, for each problem, decide whether you need to multiply or divide. I kind of told you guys. We're going to write multiply. Seems pretty simple. Let's look at number 6. Eliza, will you read number 6?
Dr. Guys is Dr. Guys is $5.96
Okay, so we need to figure out if we're going to multiply or divide. So take a look at your chart. Let's see if this works. So what I'm going to do is a think aloud, I think. So I know $5.96 is the total amount spent on broccoli. I know that he got 4 pounds. If we want to know the price per pound, I know my answer has to be smaller. So if I look here, but then it's going to say to multiply. See, that's where I think our chart is wrong. Christian?
Well, I kind of remember this from last year, like in Miss Lincoln's math class, what she did to like help us with division and multiplication.
Joey.
I looked like over the sentence again, and I saw that it had the word per in it.
Yeah, we had a whole lesson on that word per in 5th grade. You know, I don't understand the chart. I'm going to say, I'm giving you permission. We are going to tear it out for now. And maybe I forgot a step, but this word, guys, this word per was pretty important in 5th grade. And Kristen, what did that word tell you to do?
Well, it told me that I kind of needed to divide because what was the price per pound?
Right. So what is so I'm going to write divide. Right. Comma. I'm going to write divide. Did you guys get that back there? What? Over here, what am I going to divide?
4 is 5 pounds.
Oh, Kyle, thank you for raising your hand.
5.26 and 4 pounds.
Okay, so go ahead. You've got 4 goes into $5.96. Go ahead and divide that out. Selma, what'd you get? Okay, so make sure you label your answer with a $sign. Okay, tonight's homework. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 problems to do. You're listing 2 things. You're going to tell me if you multiply or if you divide. I want to see your work. I want to see your answer. Listen, you are finishing page 94 only. For homework, you have 4 whole entire problems.